don't care if you like lift your own body. Your body's heavy. You can do chin-ups and push-ups and body squats. That's all great stuff. You don't need to lift heavy weights in terms of your
fucking JRE's delts are popping out of this damn shirt. Definitely sus natty.
What's up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at Russo Lifts, just in case something happens to this YouTube channel. You can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there.
I hope everyone is doing well. ASMR sip, some G0. Today I'm going to be reacting to the JRE, Joe Rogan, one of the most influential men in the world, most popular podcast in the world. He was recently featured on the Flagrant podcast, and I wanted to highlight the timestamp of 2/16/16, where it seems like Joe Rogan is very, very pro-Research Chem. And you obviously know Russo over here loves Research Chems, loves going into the new cutting edge stuff available that might never make it mainstream, but doesn't mean it's not efficacious and doesn't mean that there's not a lot of, data backed behind them. So let's go into what Joe Rogan personally takes as far as peptides. Now, I will say I'm not here to make fun of Joe Rogan in the sense of he's throwing out a bit of a misinformation with all the peptide labels. He was put on the spot, but let's give a reaction. So I'm at 2/16/16 for anyone who wants to find this on the Flagrant podcast.
Yeah, there's stuff that helps your brain.
Well, Akash wants to get chiseled.
Neurogum. Oh, you want to get big?
Yeah, he wants to get big.
Joe.
Not even big. He wants to be like slim, like his body is felt.
Like a swimmer?
Joe, what's everything you take? Everything.
Everything.
That was sexual based.
Shrooms, DMT, Molly, so like everything, like that's a little specific.
Most of it is like the big results come from testosterone replacement. So there's that. And
so right off the bat, you see the JRE normalizing testosterone replacement, and here's the plug. Check out my testosterone replacement therapy company, Elevate Alternative, where we will put together a package based on your blood work and symptoms, and there's a free 30-minute consultation with a licensed physician assistant that is legally required before we decide to take any of your money. So it's risk-free if you want to sign up. Pinned comment description below, but it's awesome to see someone of Joe Rogan's stature, pushing people to open the door of thinking about exogenous testosterone. I'm not saying it's a, risk-free ride as far as TRT is concerned, but opening the door of like, hey, it's normal to get exogenous hormonal help if it's going to improve your quality of life and if your hormones are that bad.
And then there's peptides that increase your body's ability to grow hormones like growth hormone and IGF-1 and all.
So peptides don't just, revolve around the facilitation of IGF-1 or growth hormone. There's tons of peptides. They're just different chains that activate different things in the body, and normally synthetic signalers, like Joe Rogan says.
There's
peptides is mad general,
there's BBC 157, and there's another thing.
Now what, dummy?
GC, I think it's called
Google it later.
Ipamorelin.
You've Googled BBC.
I'm fucking these names up, and then another one's called thymosin. And what these things do is they help your body produce the hormones that it should have when you're younger and your body works better. And if you do that and you regularly exercise, that's the biggest thing. If there's ever one thing that someone can do to stop aging, it's lift weights. And don't stop. And don't do it for vanity. Do it because you want to keep your tissue. Like, think of it as like age is like a little demon that's slowly robbing you of your tissue. Your ability to walk upstairs, your ability to open up jars, your ability to open the car door when it's frozen. All that shit is real. And the only way to stave that off is weightlifting. You have to lift heavy things, and you don't want to do anything too heavy where you hurt yourself, but you want to get your body accustomed to this idea that in order to survive, it has to lift things, and you need to give that body nutrients. And I don't care if you lift your own body. Your body's heavy. You can do chin-ups and push-ups and body squats. That's all great stuff. You don't need to lift heavy weights in terms of your
fucking JRE's delts are popping out of this damn shirt. Definitely sus natty. Even though he admits a TRT, I'm just fucking around.
At least 100 pounds. That's pretty fucking heavy. When I do kettlebells, I don't do anything heavier than 70 pounds for the most part. That's the heaviest shit I ever lift. So it's mostly just full body motion that makes your body know that this is a regular part of your life. So the normal deterioration that most people experience, you can stave that off for the most part. And there's a real potential in the future with genetic editing and all kinds of wacky shit that they're experiencing. They're experimenting on all sorts of stuff that could extend lifespans in a radical way.
CRISPR, yeah.
There's
Shout out CRISPR Tech. So it's awesome that I follow CRISPR Tech on Instagram. I'll have Andrew throw the ad up of CRISPR. But yeah, gene editing is going to take over the game. I'd say 2040 gene editing will be very, very mainstream. And yeah, gene editing, you know, you'll be able to go sit with a doctor and be like, my baby wants to be this height, this eye color, this amount of muscle. Like, they're currently decoding how the genes work and the cascading side effects of modifying genes. And once they figure out that jigsaw puzzle, it's going to be very, very different as far as the longevity biohacking game is concerned.
CRISPR, but there's a couple of other things that they're doing too. Like what the fuck are they doing in China? They could be doing anything.
Alright, so this has gone a little off topic at this point, but I did want to, you know, he was obviously put up with the question of what all do you take, and he obviously didn't want to talk about peptides that he didn't specifically know off the top of his head, but he still brought the idea to a mainstream podcast that has over 4 million views, you know, to look those up. And it's awesome seeing JRE being Pro-Research Chem. I'll have Andrew throw up the clip or article where it shows Trump was Pro-Research Chem as well. I know Trump made a statement as the president saying he was not against people trying research chemicals to aid in cancer treatments, meaning, you know, research chems are always going to sit in this gray area, but JRE and Trump are definitely Pro-Research Chem because research chems aren't regulated, right? They're not scheduled. None of this is scheduled, and that, you know, we should have free market to see what works, what doesn't work, and it should not be, you know, spoon picked and spoon fed on exactly what's the most profitable spiderweb method of which compounds actually get taken into Western medicine. You know, the best compounds, right? And I'm not going to dig into the drama of big pharma and everything, but I think people know what I'm alluding around of, like, how something works really well, too well, it impacts the rest of the profitability of all these other drugs that they've marketed. They sweep it under the rug. And is that fair? No, that's not fair. And you see a prominent free-speaking voice like JRE throwing it out there. Not really shoving it down people's throats, but throwing it out there that these peptides exist and that they could aid in quality of life as you age. That's what I'm here and all for as well. I will see you guys in my next video.